Thomas Douglas Jr. doing his thing. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I was really fortunate to work at Spencer Brewer's Laughing Coyote studio in the 90s. We took 3 years to do forest music, and which you're looking at visuals of today. And it's probably is and still remains to be the most sumptuous top-flight studio in all of Mendocino County.
And we'll just go from there. Meaning, okay, try this. That's still not much heat, huh?
He doesn't have anything in his head.
No, he needs more.
Don't give him a headphone amp. Hook him up with a headphone amp.
So how you feeling?
Hey, good. Yeah. Studio madness. Yeah.
Just another day in the life of a musician.
Yes. Takes forever to get these things together.
Yeah.
Tons and tons.
How many total musicians are there playing with you?
Let's see, tonight there's 4 of us quartet.
And what are they playing?
Well, Terry Brown's playing the acoustic guitar, and Matt Cameron's on electric guitar, and Kevin Crossy on the bass.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's kind of fun. One has to be patient being in the executive producer's shoes. Does this make any difference?
Okay, now give me the ride. All right, good. Now, Matthew. Give it to me.
great. I thought that was the best take. I don't think we have to do it anymore.
You don't.
Well,
We should hear it. You always
Here,
listen
the
to
tape
it.
don't
Yeah,
lie.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know,
something like
you
that.
always listen, but it just felt good, you know?
Well, y'all come on up in here so you can get this. What it's doing or not doing.
Well, you already got it.
Squeeze through here.
I don't see anything major wrong with it. I mean, nothing. Is the snare that low, or is this? I'm not hearing the snare drum at all.
All you're doing is you're not really hitting the snare so much as you're tell me if I'm wrong, you're just rim shotting it, right?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, so you're not, there's no major hits in there.
Okay.
I mean, I can always turn it up, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
I think one thing that's making it is like with the vocals, it's a lot easier to contemplate this tune.
Yeah.
And without them, it's just it's like not an instrumental. And it's
No.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's, like,
these are-
it's kind of begging like where are we supposed to not play or play? You know, it's like it's doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, a little
but,
feedback.
yeah.
Well, we won't be
we-
putting the vocals on till like December or January.
The only criticism I'd have of it, just right off the top, is the dynamics are still pretty flat.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't. It just sort of has a flatline reality. It doesn't.
There's no dynamics anywhere in it other than that dun dun dun, and that just gets up.
Right.
Everybody's just playing it straight across.
Right. It's pretty flat line, and that's because there's no vocals to play off of, sort of. So I guess the best thing we could do is try it one more time as a suggestion, and this time try and play the vocals in your head, and then when we hit that middle section, at least hit that harder than the rest and come back down for the last section. I don't know.
And be aware of building from the beginning up to that.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And one thing on that one section, dun 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 dun, he lays back in both of those. He starts out right on it, then he slows down the back end. That's just for you because you guys are, both times, you nailed the beginning, halfway through, you're up ahead of him and he's falling back.
Yeah, I'm not
Both
sure what we're
those
supposed
sections.
to do there on
Just
that.
follow him. Just follow him.
I'm not sure what I'm following that. I'm a little
No,
confused.
he's doing his left hand. Ba, 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 ba,
He's just
ba,
tapering
ba,
off?
ba, 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 ba. Either, I'd have to sit here and solo it up to find out. Either he's tapering off a little bit or you're speeding up a little bit. I'd have to solo it out to figure out who's doing what.
Okay.
But both times in those sections, you guys are doing this.
I'm trying to keep straight eights.
I believe you.
And that's a click. There's a click track on there, right? We'll have to listen back on it.
You want to listen?
Click hot enough for everybody?
You want to listen or just do
Yeah,
it?
I'd like to listen to that
Yeah,
part because
let's
I'm
do
trying.
it.
Because I'm trying
Because
to.
then you can lock into it a little tighter. Because the piano part's already down.
Right.
All right.
So I may have-
You ready?
Cool, man. We shall do it again. One time.
You happy with the tank?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
good.
only heard one word that I. Oh,
I think
No,
it's
man,
3
she's-
more.
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
encapsulated just today. I don't know what the schedule
Yeah.
was.
Cool.
Let me see.
It's your LA
Fashion
band, huh?
statement after all.
Spencer gets one too.
Let me see.
It's my old band, t-shirts from my old band. I knew you'd do
What
a
is
funny
this?
look. You're all gonna get a t-shirt tonight.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Meant to
Whether
try
you like it or
those
not.
houses.
Right.
When we bring in the, when you come in to do your acoustic guitar stuff, we'll pull up what's called the B&Ks.
Uh-huh.
Those are the gods of acoustic guitar mics.
Uh-huh.
They're the dudes.
So, meaning,
These are the queens.
Okay.
Those are the kings.
so meaning in relation to this project, or meaning next? Yeah. Great. Yeah. Cool.
Acoustic guitar mics, because you can hear how crystal clear they
Yeah.
are.
That's beautiful, yeah.
If you get into the next level, that's when the nose hairs start growing in your hair.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Definitely. You can catch subtle hints of those.
Oh, you can definitely, you can catch that on these
Yeah,
too, pretty
yeah.
close.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
This isn't in the order at all, you know, all these things are out of order. It won't be put in order until I put the album together next year,
Mm-hmm.
when everything's recorded and everything.
I see.
It's a little tune I wrote in 1994, 95 I think it was, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. What? Wait a minute, what's going on? Was it good for you? Was it good for you?
It was good for me.
Okay. Yanahe would appreciate this song title. I don't think he can hear me.
Not anymore.
I'm speaking to dead walls, William. The way it is in the song.
Falling on dead ears.
Dead ears.
Dead wood.
Dead horses, dead ears. Dead
When are you going to do Deep Purple?
signature, and this is a beautiful Tama acoustic drum set. very easy. You know, imagine trying to play drums on a card table. But that's how I started. I didn't have any drums. I was 16 years old, 12, I don't know, 14, 12 years old. And, but I wanted to play. There was a guy named Reginald, and he was in the neighborhood. And he didn't have a drum set either. He had a set of trash cans. And he used to play on the trash cans. And there were like 4 garages in Los Angeles where I lived. In the back of my parents' house there were 4 garages. And he set up all these trash cans in the garage and started playing. So I was really inspired by that. And I remember when I was in grade school, Mary Clay, I think it was, there was one of the kids gave a concert, and he was playing drums. And I remember sitting underneath, right in front, you know, with my legs crossed, you know, and I must have been 10 years old or something, or maybe 8 years old or something. It was like preschool, not preschool, but not even before elementary school, whatever that's called. It was a private school called Mary Clay. And he played a drum solo, and I was completely blown away. I just said, wow, what is that thing? You know? And I remember my first drum set was, my dad bought it for me. We got it from this Mexican family. And it was a metal flake blue drum set that had a cymbal. It was a really terrible drum set. I had it for about 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 years. And it was like a metal flake blue drum set with a cymbal and a hi-hat. And when he hit the hi-hat, I said, what are you hitting that for? You know, I didn't figure out, you know, you're supposed to hit the hi-hat. I thought cymbals were only supposed to be hit for certain things, but I didn't even know what a hi-hat was for. So that was neat. And then my dad bought me a Camco set in 1972, I think it was. And that I had for many, many years until 1980 when I bought my own set. And it was I don't remember now. I remember it was a maple set, and it was very pretty. And it was stolen actually from me in Los Angeles. It was ripped off from my Mazda one day when I naively went into a restaurant one morning and decided to have breakfast, not realizing that there were thieves out there, and came back to my Mazda and it was all gone. So again, my father stepped in. He was still alive at the time. It was 1984. And he bought me a whole new drum set, $2,500 drum set, and I still have that set today, folks. I've been really careful about my sets. I've still got it. But music I've always been interested in. Before I was in music, I was an artist. I drew cartoons and did. I liked Peanuts. Peanuts was my favorite cartoon. Charlie Brown, Lucy, Linus, all those guys. But in the late 60s, mid-60s, I started getting interested in music. I think I sort of was listening to the Beatles and listening to Motown music, the Supremes, the Four Tops, and I just started liking music. I think it was probably the Sgt. Pepper album that inspired me to start playing. And I think that was in 68 that came out, or somewhere around that time, I decided to become a musician. My parents didn't like this idea at all. They thought, oh no, he's going into music. You know, he'll never make any money, you know. And I think my dad, he was an attorney, and he always wanted me to be an attorney, but that wasn't really my interest. I really liked the arts, whatever, and sort of gravitated towards the drums. I really didn't just say one day and just sit down and say, I'm going to play the drums now. It just sort of happened. I had a friend, some childhood friends, Joe Ramirez and Ricardo Forrest, and we had a band. We put together this band called Arvo the Mole. And Joe played the guitar, and Rick played the tambourine and other percussion, and I played I was the one that had to play the drums because we didn't have a drummer, and so I was elected to the position of play drums. And I liked it. I always have. I mean, even to this day, it's enjoyable sitting down at a drum set and just playing. I think you must enjoy playing. It's something that you can never lose. So it's a lot of fun to be playing. I had a lot of teachers during the years when I was learning how to play drums, learning my craft. And the first one I had was a guy named Bill Douglas, and he played with Oscar Peterson. And he used to sit down, and I wouldn't play very much. This was at Drum City, which was a drum shop in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, actually. And I wouldn't really play very much. And he would play, sit down, and he would play a lot for me. That's because I wasn't practicing very much. And but he was cool with that. You know, I worked with him for maybe about a year, and I learned how to play jazz with him. And before that, I just sort of learned on my own. I think that was like 1972, around 72, that I started playing. After 4 years, I decided I needed some lessons. I decided I needed some direction in what I was doing, someone else to help me. So Bill and me worked together for a while, and then I left Bill and I went to Murray Spivak, whom I just heard actually died about 4 years ago. I have no idea. He was an older man that taught Lou Belson how to play. And of course, Lou Belson is one of the very famous jazz drummers in America here. And Murray was a great influence for me. I worked with Murray for about 2 or 3 years. And we had, he really disciplined me. He taught me how to play without getting nervous or sweating. I used to, when I was in Manuel and the Gardeners, I was in this band for about 3 years called Manuel and the Gardeners, after Arvo and the Mole. Some of the same players, actually. Joe Ramirez from Arvo and the Mole went to Manuel and the Gardeners. I used to come off the stage just sweating, you know, like mad. And I wasn't using my wrists. You know, it's like you can play with your whole body or you can play with your wrists. And Murray taught me the classical percussion. Taught me all the rudiments, the 26 rudiments, sort of the building blocks of drumming. And he taught me to play without sweating. I remember also I worked with Dale Anderson, I think it was, and he was working with one of the symphonies, I think the Los Angeles Symphony Orchestra. He was one of the percussionists there. So he was teaching me drum set, and Murray was teaching me rudiments. After that, Fred Petrie from the Cal State Dominguez Hills, who worked with the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, was my teacher. I was in the conservatory there of music, and I took about 10 lessons from him, and basically learned about all the timpani and the chimes and some of the other tune percussion that was available to me that I didn't know about. My dad bought me a marimba back in back in the late 70s, mid 70s. And that's where I started to learn how to play right music. You know, I learned on a marimba, and that was my first introduction to that. In fact, these days I'm playing marimba with or tune percussion with the symphonic band at Mendocino College. So that's where I learned how to play. I learned to write my first songs, my first really major songs, and sort of theory was learned by myself at home. My dad let me rent a piano there too, so I had a piano, marimba, and a drum set. So I had, you know, pretty much all I needed to learn music and scales and all that, but I didn't really know theory. So later on, I went to college and you know, got a degree as an associate of the arts in music. And that took a lot of piano lessons from teachers at the college, and you know, many piano lessons. Santa Monica City College, a very, very good school, which I enjoyed spending time there. It took me 7 years to get my AA degree, because one of the important things that I wanted to add to say was that I feel like with my music that I really don't have anything to do with it. I feel that I might be composing it or writing it, but I'm sort of a conduit or a channel for God. So it's really God that's coming through me. And so I'm not really responsible for a lot of music. Some of my best ideas, for example, for songs, come from dreams. They come from like the subconscious. And so I feel that I really, even though I put my name, Nature, on as a composer there, I really feel like it's God and that I'm just a channel.
Shanti. Shanti.
set out, again, trying to take you with us on a musical journey into the divine. Thank you very much. a ride on board. This is Underground Railway.
Surfing on the bullet train.
thank you very much for looking at the movie. It took a long time to do it. There was a lot of clips from many eras of playing performances, starting with Ramos 2, going through East Wind, Light, all those things. But all of it was really a lot of fun to play. The live situation, which you saw, is unpredictable. You don't know what the audience is going to do and how they're going to respond. Whereas in the studio, it's a lot easier. When those clips that you saw with Spencer Brewer at his studio, that's a lot more controlled. But with the audience, you never know what's going to happen. So, and both genres of or venues of work are valid. They're both they're both a lot of fun, and I certainly love doing all of it, even though it was a lot of stress. Setting up the drums, taking down the drums. I rarely had a roadie, to do that, so we just did it. And but it was really great to do it and to experience all that on different levels. There wasn't any Manuel and the Gardeners in there. We don't have much footage of that, but that was the first band I was in from 1972 to 75. I think the first footage in there was Ramos 2. That band lasted about 4 years. The current band is Light, and we are still together. Nick Rodsef and I are actually going to get together very soon and do some recording. I don't know if we're going to do any live work, but we're certainly going to do that. And it was, the show from the men's gathering with Nature Drums. I did that for about 6 years in between bands, I think, in between Third Degree and Light, I think, because that Light started in 94 in San Francisco. So these days, I'm working on a symphony about Christ, who I'm a disciple of. And it's a short symphony. It's probably about 10-20 minutes. But I was just recently up at Humboldt State University studying conducting. So now I know how to complete the score that I've been working on since 2010. So when that's done, that's the current thing that I'm doing these days. The interview that you saw in there earlier was done in 1970 and 96, 97. So these days, I've got gray hairs and a lot older and wiser, but I still love to play drums. Whenever I sit down behind the drums, I feel like I'm 16, playing in the cymbals. Today I had a student and we just had a ball, learning how to play. So, thank you, as I say, for watching the movie, and I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed playing, because I love playing the drums and love doing everything that you saw there. So thanks very, very much. We love you in the audience there. Thank you for watching this movie. We loved every minute of it.